So we're going to need copies of the presentation, printed and bound, and we'll need it by 8 a.m.
Well, I guess it's going to be an all-nighter.
Actually, this morning I used print online from FedEx Kinko's. I uploaded our presentation. They're going to print, assemble, and deliver it, so it's waiting for us.
What? What did you say? What did she say?
Upload your presentation to FedEx Kinko's Print Online and we'll print it, assemble it, and deliver it. Go to nomoreallnighters.com.
Welcome to the Entrepreneur's Notebook. I'm Business Week's Jill Bennett. This week, we speak with a man who took a single flower shop and turned it into a chain that ranks as one of the world's largest florists. We speak now with Jim McCann. He is the CEO of 1-800-Flowers.com. It's so good to have you here.
Oh, it's great to be here, Jill.
Now, let's talk a little bit about how you went from that single flower shop to the chain that you are. Just kind of give a little bit of a thumbnail sketch of the company as it is now.
It was a simple story of looking, whatever we were going to be involved in as a business, we were going to look to grow. I come from a social work background. We were in the social work world. We tried to grow the number of people we cared for. And when I decided to try the retail business and open a flower shop, we did it with the idea, I did it with the idea of trying to grow it into something big. And what we did was we'd open up another shop or 2 or 3 every year for the first 10 years we were in business. And it was a tough slug to try and build a big company, one shop at a time. And then we got the idea to try to leapfrog and take advantage of the new emerging technologies in the mid-'80s, believe it or not, 800 numbers. And we decided to try and rebrand ourselves as 800 Flowers, stop the expansion of our shops, in fact, sell off some of our shops so we had capital to invest in this idea of making your name a telephone number and trying to create a national capability. The good news is it worked. And we had some good fortune over the next 5 or 6 or 7 years. But because we were a company that was born by taking chances on new technology, our antenna has always been up looking for the next changing technology. And then in the early 90s, a young lady working for us, encouraged, by then my younger brother Chris had come into the business. He's 10 years my junior. And this young lady, Donna, would say, hey, Chris, I think we need to work and try out this online world. It might become something. Well, I'm sure glad we listened to Donna, and it did become something. And now we're a company approaching $1 billion in sales in e-commerce, and we're flowers and we're plants and we're other related gift products, especially gift products appropriate for us as your florist to supply you. Flowers and plants and gourmet food products, popcorn and bakery products and chocolates and gift baskets.
So let's touch a little bit on, I know we'll get to the web in a moment because you touched on that, but franchises. How did you get into the franchise business? Franchising
is a good way that we can take the best of our capabilities, branding, merchandising, marketing, online marketing, and partner with the skills and assets of our partners as retail flower shop operators, our franchisees, who are good at local market knowledge, managing people, managing product, the creative side of assembling that product. So it really is a nice mix of our capabilities and their wonderful capabilities to create a good product and service for our customers.
Now, I would imagine there are a lot of challenges given you're such a seasonal business. I mean, we have Mother's Day coming up, certainly a big one, Valentine's Day. How do you handle it when you have so much emphasis on certain days?
Our holiday seasons are Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's Day, Easter, Passover, Secretary's Week, which we're just finishing, and Mother's Day. So those are our big need holidays. But they all come between November and May. In the summertime, we don't have as much work for our wonderful service associates. So what we've done, Jill, is partner with other companies who have a complementary cycle. So in the summertime, we have rental car companies who focus on the leisure market and hotel companies that focus on the leisure market. And we have a couple that we've partnered with so that our workforce, our 3,000 people who are trained, terrific service center folks, and they switch over in the summertime, still in our facilities or in their own homes, still working for us, but now they'll take reservations for rental cars or hotel rooms. And those same people who work in the hotel industry, who would be less busy during the winter and spring months, work for us. So neither of us have to lay anyone off then. And so it gives us a nice ability to balance our workforce so we keep those same wonderful, caring, professional, well-trained people employed year-round. So it really is a benefit for both of us. And we call that workforce sharing.
And what do you expect in terms of the internet with growth in the next few years?
It grows dramatically on its own. But how it grows, I think, Jill, is how it's going to change now. There's a lot of talk about the Web 2.0 and the 2.0-ization of our world, and it's having a dramatic impact on our company. We're trying to embrace it, and we're trying to stay paranoid enough that we're always looking for the new technology. But our thought is technology, ironically, allows us to be much more personal with our customers. And that allows us to service them in terms of holiday reminders and confirmation of delivery and confirmation of order and photographs back and the video kinds of things we're doing with our customers and the mobile kinds of things. But at the end of the day, we use technology to help service our customers better and to develop a more intimate relationship with them.
Now, how do you know you're not expanding too much? If you're getting into all these different areas, children, homes, food, wine, gifts, how do you know that you're not overstepping your bounds, that you might need to pull back a little bit?
It's a concern we have all the time. What you'll see us, what we've done and what you'll see us do is stay in our DNA as a florist. We'll redefine the florist a little bit, so we want you as our customer to think of us as your florist, whether it's local or long distance, whether it's domestic or international. We have those capabilities today. But we're expanding the product line, but we're not going so far over the fence that it's not something you wouldn't expect to be able to get from us as your florist, whether it's a gourmet food gift or it's a gift basket or it's a box of chocolates. So some florists around the country would carry all of those things. But what we make it is that when you come to us, all of our florists carry all of those things.
And so for entrepreneurs out there, what would you suggest to them in terms of making sure they don't expand too quickly? You know, we have all these different stories of companies that didn't do well because they did so. Mrs. Fields, one example. You know, how can they be sure they're not getting too big too fast?
Well, I would take a little bit different tack, perhaps, Jill, there, which is go ahead and make a mistake. That's not the end of the world. If you make small bets, you're not going to make big mistakes. We make mistakes all the time. What my job at 1-800-Flowers today is, I'm really more a cultural engineer than anything else. My brother Chris is very talented, runs the company, and I get to cause trouble. And one of the things I do to cause trouble is get us to try things. So if we make a mistake, it's okay. Let's not get ourselves all upset about it. I think what I most admire about some of the entrepreneurs that you and I have chatted about, who are heroes of yours, heroes of mine, is the common characteristic they have, those successful entrepreneurs we all look up to and admire, is that they make mistakes all the time, but they recover very quickly. And lots of times they make